Did you ever make the basket?
Nope. I lost. We have another challenge today.
Dion, how good did it feel catching that touchdown?
I didn't catch a touchdown. Yeah, no, it's fun. Playing football is fun. I told Brady, like I said, please just keep it fun. You know, like to get the best version of me, I got to be able to not be fully grown. Please allow me to just be free and just try to stay a kid as long as possible, and we'll have the best year.
You got some hands out there, smack talk with the receivers a little bit?
Yeah,
I
I always tell them too, especially like this is like my running joke, but it's not really a joke because it's just facts. I always tell them, like, I'll be like, you know, I got more touchdowns than you and underneath a Bills contract, right? And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I got 2. You know, so, you know, DJ and all those guys, I'll be like, I got more tutties, so don't say nothing to me. You know, just talking stuff.
You talked a lot to us about what C.J. Gardner-Johnson has meant to you as a teammate when everything happened the other day. Now that we do know that obviously he's going to be okay and he'll miss some time, what does it mean to you to know that he's going to be out there and, you know, that he avoided obviously worst case scenario and you guys can roll?
Yeah, I mean, anytime, well, the NFL football is 100% injury rate, and I speak about this a lot. It's 100% injury rate, and when you could miss flying grenades like that, you know, it's a beautiful thing. So the fact that, you know, injury presented itself, it's whatever. But the fact that it's not season ending or something that's tragic, it's cool. You know, like that's just a part of it. But he plays hard, and, you know, when you play hard, there's more risk. But that's what we want here. Guys that are going to play hard and be physical through and through, with pads, without pads, flying around, trying to make plays. But I love the guy, and I've said it, like, he's literally one of the teammates that I didn't know that I needed. You know, he unlocked another side of me that I'm like, you know what, bro, you're my guy. So I'm happy to have him. I'm happy that he's here, and I'm happy that he's healthy. They're not fully destroyed.
Did you call him CD when we were talking with you?
Yeah, I'll be calling him CD. I have no idea. I have no idea. It's just what flows. CD?
I think that's what he calls himself.
Yeah, CD.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Oh, CD.
There you go.
Oh, so that's probably why. CD, C and D. CD. CD.
How has
CD.
he, how has
CD.
he unlocked that? Like, give me some thoughts on
Ask the question again.
how has, you said he unlocked a part of you that,
Yeah.
you know, that's a pretty deep thing here. How has he done about that with you?
You know, he's just like you guys have known me for a long time. I am myself. Like, I'm Dion, but I'm still, you know, Dion in its own world, right? Like, I'm Dion and it's like Dion Dawkins, you know. And now I could literally be like my drift driver Dion, where I could just be crazy and be free and still be Dion, you know. And it's just like, the people are going to accept you for who you truly are, or they won't. But realistically, we're here to play football. And when you're here to play in football, as long as you're not being a cancer and you're not being problematic, it's a win. So I've just got like to that phase in my life where it's just like, I've done what's right for everybody. Like, I'm going to go the extra 30 yards and 30 miles for everybody and say yes, 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 yes. But now I'm not. I'm literally not. And in a way of respect that I'm going to put myself first instead of putting everyone else first in certain situations outside of ball. Like, where it's just like, you know, I could be free, you know. I want to sit down and play my game today. I'm not going to walk down there. I'm going to sit right here. I'm going to play my game. And if y'all want to come play the game with me, come over here. You know, instead of me running there, I'm going to invite, come on. If you want to come, jump on ship. If not, cool. See you on the football field. And for the people that know, and they know. And, you know, it's just a freer mind space of not just, oh, I should tie my shoes. No, I'm going to leave my shoes untied, and I'm still going to have a great practice. Like, kind of like that mindset, if that makes sense.
Why is it?
If it makes sense.
Why was he the one that kind of helped you turn?
Answers that question for himself, you know? Like, he answers that question. You answer that question for yourself when you look at CD. He's just CD. CD is just another Tasmanian devil. You know, he's just like, that's him, you know, and I love that. I love that. Somebody who can come to a football team not knowing what to expect and really be who he wants to be with us. And that's what Brady speaks and preaches. He can literally be who he is with us. And let's go and try to win a championship.
Yeah, speaking of another teammate, James Cook a year ago was going through his whole contract situation, and then to have the year that he had, what are your expectations based on what he did last year, and to have job security, going into this year?
I just think Cook is Cook. I think he's his mental is let's run it back, and job security or not, we all play like tomorrow is our next play, and nobody is the starter, and nobody is that. Like, we play like everybody's job is on the line. So even Cook, like, Cook knows that he has to be the best all of the time, and he has young guys that are coming up under him, not young guys, but younger guys that are under him or even older guys that are fighting for that number one spot, and we all know it. And Cook is one of those players that he just understands. And then he has a brother. Like, Cook is always going to want to be that because he has a lot of people that he looks up to, like his brother, so because he has that, it's always going to be there. And then whether it's for us or for him, at least like he could talk smack into his brother, like, look, I did it twice, 2 years in a row. What's up, bro? Who knows?
Yeah,
who knows?
What is it like for you when there's a left guard competition?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, why is it hard? What is that like for you?
I always give the analogy of what it is, of knowledge of the game of football, right? My life as a left tackle, I live on an island, right? And sometimes you got to listen to what I'm saying as analogies and how I'm saying it, please. How I live and play football, I live on an island. So picture me on an island, right? And then I finally get somebody that comes on the island and stays on the island with me for 2 years. I'm like, yo, what's up, brother? I know every morning we get orange juice, we get coffee, he might smoke a cigar, I know exactly where him and his family is going to be, right? Now, consistency of my career, 10 years, I've had a different guard next to me almost every single year of my career and still been one of the best left tackles in the NFL. And correlation to what that is like Josh Allen getting a DJ Moore and then DJ Moore leaving, and now Josh Allen having to get a Diggs, and then Diggs leaving, and now Josh Allen having to get a Kelvin Benjamin, and Benjamin leaves. Like, it's just like that. Imagine trying to find your number one every single year and trying to figure out how it's going to be through the duration of the season. So that is how hard it is, because I know who my guys are, but I don't know who they are as a left guard consistently through the entire duration of a season. And through the duration of a season, your body could hurt. You can be like, I want to take the day off. My back is hurting. I got dinged up. Let me come off of the field. So we are learning who the guys are. I'm learning who the guys are on a consistent day in and day out basis.
What have you learned about Austin and Alec in particular? Alec, you've known, obviously.
Some tough, not country boys, but just some tough dudes, man. They are some tough dudes. And Alec is also a spirit animal. Alec is wild, crazy. I love it. Corbs is dad. Corbs has like that Dave aura of like dad, just an OG. And Alec is just Alec, which is still dad because he's married and he has a family. But he's just Alec. Alec is just wild and crazy in a good way, just like me. Corbs is just like Dave in the mindset of just like, you know what? Where's my coffee? Alec is like, where's the energy drink? It's two different worlds. So hopefully you guys can understand. I know I take a minute, but listen to what I'm saying.
What's the vibe that you're getting from Josh Allen, year 9?
Is it year 9 for Josh? Josh only been a year. Dang, Josh is old too. Snap. What is the vibe that I'm getting from Josh? Josh is calm, cool, and collect. Josh is calm, cool, and collect. Josh is just calm, cool, and collect. Like, he's just, what's up, I'm Josh Allen. I'm here to play quarterback, and I'm the best in the world.
Why do you feel like he's calm this year?
Why do we think he's calm this year? He's a different life. His aspect of life is different. He has a baby, he has a wife, he has a solid home base that he's going home to, charging up and coming out into the world. And when you have a strong woman, a strong wife, a strong partner, it does a lot for you. And I'm blessed that Josh has that. And, if you look further through the things of life, that is a crucial part of a man, is having a strong partner, a beautiful wife, a strong mental wife, a strong partner. Look, you already know. But, yeah, strong home charging points. That's what I'm seeing, and he's just coming more freely, more open just more scally.
Sorry, man. After all the years of like you talk about having to get to know a new guard every single time, are you better at it? You get to know the guy quicker now because
I'm a pro at it.
I was gonna say.
I'm definitely a pro at it, man. It's when I mean I've been doing this year in and year out. If you just look at my career, it's year in and year out. I've learned how to do things on the field to figure out things faster. Where like I'll set and then like I'll know like I can do this, but let me see if you're gonna do it. You know, just in the rep. I'm doing things inside of reps that the regular person might not understand, but as me, personally me, I'm doing to figure out exactly who this person is. Because realistically, in a week or so, it's live bullets, man. It's live bullets. And I care what's out there in the world about me. And I care what's out there about us as my guard, who it's gonna be. So I'm just trying different things, but I have my own process that I have adapted over those years. One-on-ones and twist, and inside zone, outside zone, deep 5-step, 7-step screens. Are you gonna talk to me? Like I'm doing things, like I might come up like to the line of scrimmage and act like I don't know nothing. Like, huh, what? Like I might panic, but really I'm calm just to hear how he's going to react. Are you panicking cause I'm panicking? Just chill. We got a double, bro. Double, triple, single, whatever, deuce, whatever, you know? And that's my process of what I do day in and day out. But yes, I have my own course.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you about expectations, and I know I'm going to ask it in this way. Terry Pagula kind of laid them out back in January when he changed coaches by saying this team has hit the proverbial playoff wall under, in the past.
What does that mean, proverbial?
Proverbial means it's almost predictable.
Okay.
And
yeah, I guess.
When, as good as this team has been, to hit that wall, how do you now get past that wall, hitting that wall, and get to the next step as a team?
Well, I think the simple thing is we don't want to hit the wall. We want to run through it. So the mindset is run through the wall that we know is there instead of hitting it. Don't let the wall hit you. You hit the wall and go through the wall. And then on the other side, as we know, it's that Lombardi Trophy.
Dan, I was just going to say, I know it's a few days off. You got a lot to do between now and then.
Yeah.
You've played in many games, more than anybody in the old stadium. You thought about Saturday at all, of going out on the field when the
No.
thing happens?
I mean, I'm thinking about it now. Nope. Nope. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it'll be just the start of a new chapter. I think emotions will fly when that time comes, because I'm an emotional guy. But, I still kind of can't believe it. Like, I don't know if you guys have been in there. I'm pretty sure that all of you have. I hope you guys have. But it is unbelievable through in and throughout. From the locker room, from the entrances, from how they have everything set up, to the statues, to the noises, bro, it is an elite place, but I'm excited to see the full functioning of the stadium, because they're gonna fully function the stadium as like a test run. So all the concession stands and everything that will be moving, not just as a scrimmage, it'll be moving as like a actual game day. So me as a player, I will get to see where my eyes will take me. Is there extra brighter light like up there? Oh, can I actually see faces all the way up like to the concourse? Seriously, like things and like that. So I'm just excited, like as an older, like OG player, like it'll be cool. And then, not goodbye to the other like stadium, but we see you, bro.
Dawson called Jackson Hollis. He said he's like an Ivy League meathead.
No, he's definitely that.
Is that good?
No, he's definitely that. It's crazy because like throughout life, like you kind of forget where some of these guys like go to school. He is an Ivy League meathead, and that makes so much sense because he's super smart. He's super smart, but he's a meathead. like he's just a strong like ox. Like let's call him a buffalo, strong buffalo meathead. Ivy League buff. But yeah, he's definitely that, and he is a workhorse. Solid unit, man. Solid unit kid. Ivy League. It's kind of cool.
Deanna.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
We ask you most times about training camp if there's anyone young who's standing out to you right now. I know it's early, but do you have any candidates of someone who you've been like, oh, this young guy's really showing out?
Oh, man.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, it's still early because like not to say that our schedule is different. Previous years with McDermott, we would have, like, the schedule was just different.
Yeah.
Now how Joe has our schedule, it's just different. So I haven't really seen the guys in their full form. I've seen guys with jerseys on. Anybody's good with a jersey. I can go and put a highlight tape together in the offseason and it looked great, you know, but I want to see real and real ball. But they all are athletes. I will say that. They are all athletes. And that means something. They are all athletes. Like, they're not all like, they're all athletes. And you can see what an athlete is, you know, but they're right there. Yeah. Cool. What up? What up, bro? Yep, ciao.
Thanks, Ian.